What up, B Squad? It is your boy JB, and we are here, you guys, with a brand new review for The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, Season 13, Episode 2. This episode is titled An Unwise Surprise, you guys. Now, before we go ahead and jump into this review, if you guys are watching this video or any other on the channel, and you guys aren't subscribed yet, then I need you guys to do me a solid favor and start taking me out on this date and then having me pay for it at the end of it. You guys know the routine. You can do me that favor by liking the video, subscribing to the channel, and turning on your post notifications. And with that out of the way, you guys, without further ado, let's go ahead and get into this episode of The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, shall we? You guys, this episode to me was hella funny. There were two scenes in this episode. One of them, I cracked up laughing. And then I was just like, girl, how stupid do you think we are? Then there was another one that's like, damn, what is going on here? And if you guys watch the episode, you guys can tell which scene is which. So I think we will start up with the person who, I think we'll start up with who gave us the least and then work our way up to who gave us the most in the episode. So the person who gave us the least in this episode is Crystal. And you guys know that I absolutely like Crystal. With Crystal, for this season with Crystal, I want Crystal to show up more. I want the Crystal that we met what season are we on, 13? I want the Crystal that we met season 11. I want that Crystal back. That Crystal was good. Season 12's Crystal, she kind of shied away a little bit, and I did not like that. I want season 11's Crystal back. Tell me you're that girl. Tell me you're not that girl. I want that Crystal back. That is a Crystal I need to come back. So we see Crystal, she's with Rob and her brother Jeff, and they're out to eat. Now, at first, this scene was, I typed in my notes, this scene was very boring, right? And I still stand on that. Again, like I said, I like Crystal, but the scene was extremely boring. Until I really sat and listened to the scene, but it was still boring. Again, love you, Crystal, but your scene was nothing. Now, we found out about Jeff. Now, I don't think we ever knew that Jeff was previously engaged and that, he and his fiance are no longer together, obviously, right? And the reason why they're not together, Crystal believes, is because of she and her mom. So Jeff was engaged prior to the pandemic, and Crystal and his mom and their mom wanted for Jeff to come home. So Jeff came home, but his ex-fiance, she couldn't leave because her visa was just a Chinese visa. And I was like, that's interesting. I never heard of, I don't know anything about visas like that, but I was like, that's very interesting. So that's what it is. Crystal believes that she and her mom are the cause of the relationship not making it and standing the test of time. I was like, well, maybe not. But I also wondered, like, couldn't she apply for like a K9 visa since he is a U.S. citizen? Couldn't she have applied? But I know with those visas, it takes quite a while to get them, right? I don't watch 90 Day Fiance like that, so I don't know how long it takes to get those damn visas, but I know it takes it's a process to get those visas. But that was Crystal Senior, guys. Let me know in the comment section what you thought about it, and we'll pause here and move on to the next person. Next up, you guys, is Garcelle. So we see Garcelle, and she went over to Sutton's house. So she and Sutton, they are having barbecue, right? And Sutton in this episode, I'll go back to Sutton in just a minute. Sutton met up with a matchmaker, and the matchmaker was talking to Sutton, and Sutton was telling the matchmaker about how dating has been for her. Like I said, I'll discuss it in greater detail in just a minute. But Sutton told Garcelle that she felt like when she was a little bit too hard on the matchmaker, especially when it came to the whole male-female roles. And I get where Sutton's coming from, especially coming from a marriage where your role was limited and diminished because your husband made all the decisions and your husband wielded the pocketbooks and all that stuff. So I get that Sutton is at a point in her life right now where she has her financial freedom, she has control over her life, and she doesn't want to relinquish that control to a man. I understand that, and I'm all here for it. And you shouldn't. Absolutely not. Now, while they were talking, Garcelle told Sutton about the conversation that she had with Jax. And I love that Sutton was so supportive of Garcelle and telling her, girl, teenage boys are assholes. Which I can't even deny it. It's true. Because I remember as a teenage boy to my mom, I didn't intentionally try to be an asshole to my mama, but there were times that I was a complete asshole. And there were quite a few times where she would tell me, "You've been an asshole." I'm like, I know. Like, I knew it. So yes, I agree with Sutton. Teenage boys can be assholes. Now Garcelle is talking about the fact that Jax asked to go live with his dad, and she feels like it was done to hurt her. What I will say is, part that could be partly true, right? I do feel like a part of him says, "Can I go live with my dad?" because he wanted to stick it to Garcelle. But I also feel like he wanted to go live with his dad because probably with his dad, he gets away with more with his dad than he does with Garcelle. And I think that's ultimately what it was. He felt like, oh, mom won't let me do this and mom won't let me do that. But if I go stay with dad'll freely let me do this. And I think that's ultimately what it is with Garcelle. It wasn't 100% him wanting to stick it to you. Could it like 5% be him wanting to stick it to you? Yes, but I think ultimately he feels like he can get away with more with his dad than he can with you. And that's why he asked you to go live with his dad. And I would have told him, hey, if you feel like the grass is green on the other side, go over there and live with your dad. But just know, always show them that the grass is, because my mom used to say that to me all the time. That's another story for another day. Let's pause here, you guys, and let's go ahead and move on to the next person. All right, you guys. So next up, let's talk about Sutton. Now we see Sutton, and she was talking to Garcelle, and Garcelle had a busy day with her sons. They both had games in the same day, and we also find out that they are planning a trip to Vegas to celebrate Crystal's 40th birthday. And then her matchmaker came over, and Sutton was talking about how with her, she typically doesn't get a second date from guys, and she doesn't know why. I don't either. I mean, Sutton. The thing with Sutton is she's very quirky, she's very awkward, and I don't think that those things help her. I don't think that those things help Sutton. But if you guys want to let me know what you think, we can discuss it down in the comment section below. I think those are two things that come to mind, that she's quirky and she's very awkward. And guys might not, I don't know. I can't speak for other men, but hey, it is what it is. And this is where the matchmaker was talking about, letting the man be in control. And I was with Sutton. No, don't let the man be in control, because she's been in a situation like that where her husband controlled everything, and it was like she was a second class citizen. So no, we can be equal, we can be 50-50. Now when it comes to the date, like, no, you pay for it. But in the relationship, we can be, it depends. Here's the thing. I always say this now, instead of listening to people on social media or these quote unquote relationship experts, do what works for your relationship. Don't let anybody tell you, you shouldn't do it this way, or oh, you shouldn't do it that way. I say don't let people tell you how to govern and run your own relationship. If whatever you guys are doing works for you, it works for you and nobody else. But that's just what I feel. You guys can agree, disagree. It is what it is. Now we do see, as the ladies, they headed to Vegas, and I think Kyle got them a private jet, and there were some bags on the seats with their names on it, and then they gave Crystal a gift, and they gave her a necklace that's worth $3,000. I was like, oh my God, can I be y'all's friend for just? I mean, I'll be y'all's friend. I'll tell y'all whatever the hell y'all want to hear. $3,000. Then when they got to the hotel was even badass. The hotel was bad. The bed with crystals, it had two pillowcases with her name embroidered on it, or is it engraved? Whichever one it is. And the same for Kyle and Doris' room, which they share in the bed together. And I was like, ooh. I mean, we all know the rumors out there about Kyle currently, that, Kyle is, clicking of the kitties with that Morgan Wade girl. That's neither here nor there. Then we flash forward 4 hours. So when they got there, they said that they were going to go to the Magic Mike show, right? And we see Erica on the stage spread eagle, and the man was between her legs, and Sutton was upset about it, and she left. I was like, now Sutton, girl, why are you pissed? The woman is having fun. I mean, last season we complained about how nasty Erica was. This season, the woman is being pleasant, and she came out there talking about that she is, what is it? It's not Ramadan. It's not Ramadan. It is Lent. So for Lent, she has given up arguing with the ladies, and I think that's what 40 days, girl. So now you never mind. Let Erica do Erica. I can be bothered to give a rat's behind. Let us pause here, you guys, and move forward. And I have no idea which direction we want to go in, but we're going to figure it out quick, fast, and in a hurry. So let's pause here and move forward. You guys, I think we'll go with Kyle next, and then we'll wrap up with Dorit, because I got a lot to say about Dorit. Now, the scenes with Kyle's scene, it starts with Dorit, but it ends with Kyle, and it ended terribly. Ooh. Now, we see Kyle. Kyle got a new car. I will say I do 100% believe that Kyle is going through a midlife crisis. I think Kyle is going through a midlife crisis. Ain't nothing wrong with it, but the writings are on the wall at this point. Like, they're definitely on the wall. Now, this is PK and Dorit's anniversary that they're celebrating. Now, Dorit doesn't know this because she thinks that she's going to lunch with Kyle. But what it is Kyle is actually taking her down to the Beverly Wilshire, and PK is recreating Pretty Woman of all movies. I was like, Pretty Woman with Julia Roberts, where she was a prostitute. I was like, is Pretty Woman walking down the street? Pretty Woman. Okay, PK, if that's what you want to do, I think it's very odd. Now, Dorit is talking to Kyle, and Dorit is telling Kyle that she feels like it's some heaviness with Kyle and Mauricio. I was like, girl, it's a lot of heaviness. It's like a 2-ton brick on her and Mauricio. Kyle is saying that when it comes to Mauricio is stressed out with the agency, and I didn't realize it. I don't watch Mauricio's show on Netflix. They got renewed for a season 2, I believe, as well. His show got renewed for a season 2. I might check it out. I might check that show out. If you guys have watched a Mauricio show on Netflix, let me know how good it is. I haven't gotten into it. The only show that I've watched on Netflix that deals with real estate is Selling Tampa. I have watched a little bit of Selling Sunset. Isn't there another Selling something? And not his show, but there's another Selling show on Netflix. Can't remember which one it is, but hey, I will watch. Let me know if you guys have watched it and if it's good. And if it's good, I'll watch it. So, like I said, Kyle says that Mauricio is stressed with work, and she also said that over the last 6 months she's been having a rough time. And I was like, have you been having a rough time, or have you been having? Never mind. So then Kyle also says that she just needed some freedom and some space from her husband. I was like, you don't say. Does that freedom and space include Morgan Wade? Inquiring minds wants to know, Kyle. Just asking. Now, Kyle and Dorit, they made it to the hotel, right? And so they went up to the suite, and Dorit was like, girl, what? Why? It's not even a suite, it's just a room. And she's like, you could have at least gotten a suite. And then that's when Kyle told her, girl, your husband planned this for your anniversary. And she said, what movie does this make you think of that you've watched that was filmed here? She's like, huh? And then she put it together, Pretty Woman. And she was like, why would he do Pretty Woman? I was thinking the same thing. So then she started freaking out because she doesn't know where her kids are. And I got her freaking out about not knowing where her kids are. But she called PK and she called PK, and also Kyle was on the phone with PK. Kyle found it funny that, Dorit was freaking, not really that she was freaking out, but that what PK had planned for her was going awry, right? And so she called PK's phone. When she called his phone, Jag answered the phone and told her that they are in on it, and that, to stop stressing. So she stopped stressing after that. And then we'll talk about that in a little bit, but we'll talk about it in a little bit because it'll tie into her scene, but we'll tie into it. We'll talk about it. Now, moving over to Kyle's house, Portia. I just did not realize that Portia was 15 years old, you guys. Portia has really grown up. I have been watching Beverly Hills since season 1, episode 1, and I remember when Portia was a baby, like she was a baby when they started this show. And now Portia is 15 years old. Oh my God. Where has the time gone? So they're giving her a birthday party, celebrating her 15th birthday. Mauricio's mom and dad are there. And Mauricio's mom came up to Kyle and asked her, is everything okay with you and Mauricio? Because there's a lot of rumors in the blogs about you either separating or you're divorcing. And she asked her, where did the rumors come from? So Kyle says that the rumors are coming from the fact that she went out one day and she didn't have her wedding ring on. And she's like, I just came from the gym lifting weights. I was like, Kyle, those rumors have been on. Kyle. Y'all know I like Kyle. Kyle is my girl, right? But Kyle, them rumors have been around for years about you and Mauricio. Let's just keep it a buck. The rumors about you and Mauricio have been out there. The rumors have been that he's been cheating on you, right? You've had cheating rumors with Mauricio for years. Then last season, Dorit kissing on him and all that kind of stuff, it didn't make it no better. So there have definitely been rumors out there about you and your husband. But hey, if you want to run with this narrative that because you didn't have a wedding ring on, that's why people are doing this, go for it, girlfriend. But ain't nobody buying it. And I wonder what your mother-in-law thinks now that they see these photos with you and that Morgan Wade girl. Neither here nor there, it ain't my business. If you are happy, I am happy for you. I 100% am. Now, Kyle, so I guess Mauricio's mom and dad must not be a fan of tattoos because he told Kyle that his family didn't know that she has tattoos. And Kyle took it upon herself to tell her mother-in-law she got tattoos, the girls got tattoos, and so does Mauricio. And she went back and told Mauricio that she told his mom, and Mauricio was pissed at her for doing that. And I was like, oh wow. I think, yeah, there are a lot of issues in this marriage. Now I know that Kyle was on Watch What Happens Live last week, and she addressed, because you guys know that he's on Dancing with the Stars, and I guess there's some, people are assuming that there's a relationship between him and his dancing partner. I don't know if you guys know the tea. Fill me in on it because I really don't know, but I know she spoke about it, and she's still saying that they're separated. I want y'all to just go ahead and admit that y'all are getting a divorce. It's okay. It's okay. Let's pause here and wrap the episode up with Dorit's lying ass. You guys, Dorit is full of shit. Oh my God. I cracked up laughing with Dorit. I'm a backtrack and then we'll go back up. So what I'm gonna do is, since I already talked about Dorit and PK having their anniversary be the Pretty Woman theme, it was so weird. And then on top of that, he had Berlin perform a song, and it was a song from Top Gun and not Pretty Woman. I was just so confused about him recreating Pretty Woman, which was a prostitute. But hey, I mean, they even did the scene where, you remember where the guy had the box with the necklace in it, and Julia Roberts went to put her hand in it, and he slammed it. Tried to, go slam it on her hand. They did that. I was like, this is so weird, but okay. They talked about the fact that, Dorita's a control freak because she doesn't like the fact. So what happened is PK sent her glam squad there. He sent some dresses there for her to wear. She felt the way that she wasn't able to control what she wore and all that kind of stuff. I was like, Dorit, girl, miss me with the bullshit. And when I say miss me with the bullshit, let's go ahead and get into the bullshit. Now, Dorit met up with us. I mean, when I saw Erica, I was like, damn, Erica is really skinny. So she met up with Erica, right? And they're having a picnic. So she told Erica how she felt that, it felt like with her, she had to ask Erica for the apology because Erica didn't give her the apology. So Erica then apologizes and says she wants to work to repair this friendship with Dorit, right? And Dorit, girl, Dorit. So Dorit says that there has been some issues in her marriage with PK, right? And then Dorit lost me. Dorit 100% lost me when this woman said that she went to the bank last year around Christmas time. She took out $10,000, right? And she had it in her bag. And so her bag was in the shopping cart. And so when she looked down, her bag was no longer there with $10,000 in it. I was like, Dorit, you are a mother and liar. So you mean to tell me that you went to the bank, withdrew $10,000 to buy your kids some Christmas gifts, and you put the said $10,000 in your bag, but then you sat a bag with $10,000 in a shopping cart, and you just stopped looking at your damn cart with $10,000 in a bag, and you say that when the police came out, they saw that there were some men following you around the store, and they just took your bag with the $10,000 in, and you did not. Dorit, this is just as you know. This is just like the damn robbery from last season, and you guys know how I felt about the robbery from last season. You guys know I thought that robbery was not 100% real because I still question them fools leaving her damn phone at the gate for her. And they came in and broke into your house. They stole your stuff, but they didn't. Let's just keep it a buck, right? When people rob you at pow pow point, right? Because I don't know if we can say that. When people rob you with a little thing pointed in your face, technically, if you can see them, they're going to pop you, right? So that you can't speak and ID them. But these fools left the cell phone for her so she can call the police and then identify them. That was number one for me. Now, with this situation right here, you got $10,000 out the bank. So that means that somebody saw you at the bank get that $10,000. They let you get in your car and drive to wherever the hell you was going to purchase whatever you were going to purchase. And then they just happen to follow you around the store, and they just going to slip up like like one of them cartoon characters and just slip up, take it, and slip out with your bag with $10,000 in it. They did not, when they saw it, and again, I'm going back to, they must have saw you leave the bank, so they didn't try to stop you or accost you at the bank and say, bitch, give us the fucking money. We just saw you take out $10,000. That didn't happen, but it happened in the store. Then on top of that, let me ask this next question. What kind of gifts were you buying that cost $10,000? Next question I have, follow-up question I have, don't you have something I like to call, what is it called? What is it called? It's something that we use every day of our lives. It's on the tip of my tongue. What is that we use every day to buy things? Oh yeah, credit card, debit card, Apple Pay, Google Pay, Zelle, Cash App, Venmo, PayPal. The list goes on. You don't have any of that shit, and it's right here on your phone. When I don't have my wallet with me and I don't have my debit cards, I go up and I ask them, I ask everybody, you got Apple Pay? They say yes. Click, click, hold up to the card reader. Boom. You've purchased whatever the hell you're going to purchase. Dorit, miss me with the goddamn lies, because that is a lie. I ain't never heard a lie in my life. You took out $10,000 for what reason? If you have a credit card or a debit card, even if you want to tell me that your credit card got you stolen or you lost it, right? You can call the bank and have them issue you a new one. And when it comes to debit cards, most places can, I know with Bank of America, they can give you a temporary card. Or you can go, well, okay, I'll give you that. You went to the bank and withdrew the money. But again, I'm going back to the fact that you have $10,000 sitting in your purse. Why do you not have a good eye on your mother damn purse? Oh Jesus, Dorit finna give me Dorit. I see what you're doing. You're trying to secure this diamond. Andy, fire her. I don't like to take nobody's check. Fire Dorit. It's time for Dorit to go. Let me know what you guys thought about this episode down in the comment section, guys. Subscribe to the channel, turn on your post notifications, and share the video. And until the next time, you guys, stay safe out there. Take care of yourselves. You guys, wash your hands, be blessed, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye, guys.